Drunk driving grips South Africa in a relentless vice, leaving a trail of devastation in its wake, affecting individuals, communities, and the nation as a whole. Despite tireless attempts to halt this reckless behavior, it remains a leading cause of road accidents and fatalities.
Death of 3 Tshwane Metro police officers in a head-on collision at the weekend during a high-speed chase. The driver of the vehicle was also killed and was apparently drunk.
Drunk driving plays a staggering role in the tragic road toll of South Africa, claiming at least 65% of lives lost in accidents, as reported by South Africans Against Drunk Driving. The country's national road crash fatality rate stands alarmingly high at 25 deaths per 100,000 people, surpassing the global average by about 1.5 times. Drunk driving doesn't just lead to deaths and injuries, it also has a wider effect on society.
I'm drinking.
You're drinking?
Yes.
And you're driving?
Yes.
Drinking and you had an accident. Hey, you got so much trouble for us.
The South African government's approach to combating drunk driving has been heavily criticized by prioritizing revenue from the alcohol sector over implementing new ideas to protect law-abiding citizens. The revenue generated from alcoholic drinks at home in South Africa is projected to reach $10,340 million by 2024, with an annual growth rate of 11.44%. This focus on revenue is reflected in the government's reluctance to implement effective measures to reduce drunk driving. As highlighted by a Twitter user for improvements in public transport to reduce the need for individuals to drive after drinking, one tweet reads, "SA firstly needs to improve and expand and make safe public transports from trains to bus. Make it 24 hours. This will create more jobs and this will create opportunities for people to use their car less, and when we go out drinking, we can go with public transports, not with cars." I completely agree with the idea of improving and expanding safe public transportation in South Africa. However, another perspective should be considered. As one tweet criticizes, the reality in South Africa is complex, stating, "You mean like in the first world countries? As long as we have gangsters and pensioners in government that we collude with, and are afraid of the taxi industry, your statement is good, but in reality, it is just a pipe dream." This opinion underscores the perception of corruption within the South African government, particularly collusion with the taxi industry, which hampers efforts to improve public transport and create safer alternatives to driving. The importance of financial gain over public safety is a significant barrier to addressing the issue of drunk driving in South Africa. In recent tweets, South Africans have expressed their concern about the issues of drunk driving in the country, calling for stricter laws and harsh punishments to address the problem. One user suggested revoking the drunk driver's license for 10 years, imposing a mandatory jail time of 5 years for driving under the influence, and confiscating the drunk driver's car. This opinion alone reflects the growing frustration with the current state of road safety in South Africa. Drunk driving affects not only individuals and communities, but also law enforcement agencies like the Metro Police and the South African Police Service. In a troubling twist, these agencies can also be victims of drunk driving.
Too drunk as the police, man. You? As man.
A Twitter user shared a personal experience where their parents were involved in a minor accident with a drunk driver, only to find out that the Metro police officers who arrived at the scene were also intoxicated. Corruption in the Metro Police Department makes it harder to stop drunk driving. Some officers take bribes or ignore drunk drivers who pay them.
What are my choices?
Your choice is this one.
Yeah.
We can talk now.
Yeah.
Leave only 200 to go. Because of that guy, if they can say you are drunk, there is no more talking.
This makes people feel like they can get away with breaking the law, and it makes others less likely to report drunk drivers. The police also struggle to stop corruption within their own ranks, which makes it even harder to fix the problem. As this Twitter user pointed out, police corruption plays a significant role in promoting drunk driving. This corruption undermines the trust of the public and undermines the efforts to enforce drunk driving laws. Another challenge is the cultural norms surrounding drinking and driving. There is a concerning culture in South Africa where some individuals mistakenly believe that it's their right to drink and drive. This attitude contributes to a high incidence of drunk driving cases. Despite strict laws and penalties, drunk driving remains a significant threat to road safety. Ultimately, combating drunk driving requires a very serious and concerning approach that involves government action, community engagement, and individual responsibility. By working together, South Africans can reduce the devastating impact of drunk driving and create safer roads for all.